Hello, hello, my darlings. I hope you all are doing well. So good to be here and see you all and have a little chit chat with you all. Thank you for giving me the extra few minutes to pull my nuts out of the oven so that they could cool later, so I can show my little one what it's like to have roasted chestnuts. Because roasted chestnuts at this time of year are one of my favorite things. And if you make them properly, I mean, you'll become addicted to them. They're so good, so good. I was going to tell a joke here and just kick off the live with a nasty little joke that I used to tell back in the day. Here we go. You ready for this one? It's quite dirty, but there was this joke I used to tell my friends, and I used to say, hey, what do you call nuts on the wall? Walnuts. What do you call nuts on your chest? Chestnuts. What do you call nuts on your chin? And then they would look at each other like, what? And I'd be like, that would be a dick in your mouth. That's what dick nuts. Absolutely ridiculous. So stupid, so perverted. But look, that's how Molly was when you would get to know her back in when she was in her 20s. I used to be the queen of filthy jokes. My friends, when they would all meet me, it would be funny. Any friend of mine, if you speak to them, they'd be like, when we first met Mole, we thought that she was the biggest bitch in the world because she has a really mean resting bitch face. But once you get to know her, she is a blast. Yeah, it's a bit wild. But hey, before I get into today's topic, I wanted to say thank you to each and every one of you who joined in and hung out with my live that I had yesterday with NT Lawyer. I saw that you guys want more of that in the comments below. Some of you guys have sent me messages or questions to ask him. I have asked him if he can do this again, maybe sometime next week or the following week, because I do want to get into the fact that Soho House did go through a bankruptcy, and they did have to sell off their, they had some other people come in and put in money so that they can keep afloat and everything. But we need to talk about it. And Ashton Kutcher is one of the individuals on the board who put in a lot of money into Soho House. But the fact that Meghan left the royal family to become an ambassador for the Soho House, she wants to use her Duchess title as oh, buy some Soho House products. It is absolutely ridiculous. Hello, everyone who is here. John, thank you so much for the super sticker saying, Molly, our love. No, you guys are my love. The community that we have here are our loves. Let me make up some words like Meghan Markle, are my loves for the year forever. Someone needs to man up and end the reign of both toxic twins. Look, these quads, I always will say that Andrew and Fergie walked so Meghan and Harry can run. Meghan and Harry are practically Andrew and Fergie 2.0. Meghan has basically modeled herself after Fergie and has been doing all the things that Fergie has already done. Children's book, despite the fact that, look, Fergie has sold a lot of children's books. She calls herself an author. I get it. Meghan, I don't consider you an author when you wrote one shitty, disgusting, stupidly written book with only 169 words. You are not a best-selling author. You are a fraud, as always. But let me continue on here, because Meghan decided to do her drop, right? And of course, with her holiday collection drop, she is selling a candle for $64 here. And she has two candles, a $5.19 candle and an $84 candle. Yes, the degenerate, narcissistic Duchess of Montecito has numbered the candles after her and Harry's wedding date, and also her own date of birth, her year of birth. Now, you would think, as a business owner, being a business owner, when I release a product, when I put out something new, I put it out with the customer in mind. I think, what does the customer want? What would they want that would make them want this product? Why would I want a candle as personal as this with Meghan Markle's date of wedding on it and her date of year of birth as the numbers of the candle? Personally, myself, okay, I'm just saying, I'm not going to spend $64 on a Duchess of Sussex candle. Personally, myself, the only candles I like to splurge on are the wonderful Joe Malone line candles. Like, I will, yeah, this has always been my signature go-to ever since a friend of mine had introduced me to the scents. And since they introduced me to the scents, grapefruit has been my go-to signature scent. I do rotate with things like lime basil mandarin, pomegranate noir. I do scent layer also. I do love osmanthus blossom, which was amazing. Oh my God, I can just smell that right now. Delicious, absolutely delicious. And also, I don't mind spending the money for this product. Whereas, who is going to go and spend money on a Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, as ever candle, which probably smells like sex, lube, and used condoms? Who knows? Who knows? Yes, the red roses scent is one that I love also. I did love and I hope that they bring this back for the holidays, but pine and eucalyptus was such a fresh. I love anything with a pine scent. Delicious. Love it. But I will spend the money on a Joe Malone product, whereas I will not go and spend money on a Meghan Markle product. She also released a hot toddy mix that she expects you to shell out money for. And remember, I called it out. She is shelling sparkling wine that she is calling Méthode de Champignon. And because she is calling it Méthode de Champignon, is because she cannot call it champagne since it wasn't produced in the Champagne region of France. With champagne, the only way you can call it champagne is if the grapes are from the Champagne region of France. This is just basic garbage that Meghan has labeled as Méthode de Champignon to make it seem like it's very hoity-toity. It is very classy with the pinky finger up when you're drinking. And just, it's fucking sparkling wine. It's cheap sparkling wine. Call it what it is, Meghan. It's cheap sparkling wine. It is not ne Méthode de Champagne. My apologies to all my en français listeners. I hope I don't offend you or anything. I'm just making some fun out of Meghan Markle and the fact that she always tries to pretend to be so like classy, aristocratic. She thinks that just because she's a royal, she's better than everyone. But let's be honest, like, I am not drinking some crap that is sparkling wine. Just call it sparkling wine. How can you call this crap Method de Champignon? This is a Method de Champignon. You can have it with your jam, maybe your blood clot jam if you like on the side. It is from the Duchess of Sussex. Champignon, maybe it's mushroom. Oh my, I know, I'm calling it's champignons. My apologies, guys. I hope I'm not offending any of my French listeners or anything. We're just having some fun here, but this is ridiculous. So they claim that As Ever's latest wine offering is a sparkler. So just call it a sparkling wine with notes of green apple and pear, accents of fruit and white peach, and a subtle hint of star fruit for balanced brightness and a crisp, elegant finish. Meghan does love a good fruit board. No, Meghan writes like I used to write my sentences when I was in grade 6 with lots of descriptive words and just laying it on thick. I swear, like she reminds me of when I was in grade 6 and I would write my stories and express. I keep getting sidetracked by Gray Voice's comments here. Boycotts all of Clausilla's merchandise. I would rather sit down to have tea with Frankenstein's wife. Look, I would blow Frankenstein than drink Meghan Markle's as ever Method de Champignon sparkling van. No, thank you. I will not drink it. Not at all. No. And it's in her shitty handwriting too. It's in her shitty handwriting. I can't believe that she thinks that this is like high class, high end. But the fact that she is openly using her wedding date, the date that she married into the royal family that has given her the platform to do this kind of bullshit that you would expect, I don't know, someone in their 20s who's starting an online business to do, and not someone who left the royal family. I would never, ever. This is such a downgrade. And the fact, like, Meghan, you are openly merching your wedding date to the royal family. Charles, do you not see this? Hello, Charles. Wake up. Does Charles not see this? Now, what is absolutely crazy is that with all of Meghan's merching and commercializing of the royal family and her titles and everything, you have Fergie and Andrew making demands that they should have places given to them, homes given to them, because they are getting kicked out of the Royal Lodge. Now, this is ridiculous. The name is similar to champagne, so should flag up with advertising, please. You see, Paul, this is what I don't understand, is because her labeling should have been flagged by the FDA a long time ago. Maybe there hasn't been enough complaints. I don't know. How, like, this is me, like, I could just go and stick a label on some shit, have it, like, have false advertising, false, like, what the product is, lie about it, and people are going to buy it? That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Entitled Toffs. I saw the headline about Two Pads Andy. Okay, and it just made my blood boil. Like, where do you think that you have the nerve to make any kind of demands that you deserve to have Frogmore Cottage and Fergie gets to have the house that the Wales family are living in right currently, Adelaide Cottage? Fergie and Andy divorced back in 1996. Fergie has been living with him since what, 2000 some, I forget. Can you guys remind me in the comments below? When did she move in with Andy to live with it? Why that was allowed in the first place, I have no idea. If I had King Charles, if I were King Charles and wanted to win a little bit of public sympathy back, drop the hammer now, Charles. Drop the hammer. Just be done with it. Be like, look, you two are in no place to make any kind of demands or anything. This is the date you need to get the fuck out of Royal Lodge, vacate. I don't give a shit where you go. This is the date, leave. I don't understand why Andy, at his big old age in his 60s, and Sarah Ferguson are still being bankrolled by the royal family. It is absolutely ridiculous. And then not only that, okay, watch this. Not only did that like piss me off when I see that, but also Andrew is expecting, at first he didn't want Frogmore Cottage, right? I would have never given him the option. Be like, look, You need to get the fucking going to Frogmore Cottage. Now that he's made a big deal about it, he's expecting it to be renovated to his liking. No. Why are you still giving into demands of a fool like Andrew, who has done nothing but bring the royal family into disrepute? We can't constantly say, oh, well, back when Andy was serving, he did some honorable thing. Fuck that. Since then, he's done nothing honorable. You can't use that one time that he did something good to forgive all the bullshit that he's brought onto the royal family's footsteps. And why should Andrew or Fergie expect to receive a place? What happened to all the money Fergie received doing her QVC spots? What about her sit down with Oprah? What about all the books and everything? What about all that? Where's all the money from that? They don't deserve anything, in my opinion. Katie, thank you, my darling, for the 5 MeghansMole memberships. That's very kind of you and so generous. You know what? I think we should knock out a members only, because the last 2 times that I've tried to do a members only, the little one was sick, and the one before that, he was overstimulated from the birthday party. So our members only have kind of gotten scuffed the last couple times because of my little one. But we need to do a members only tonight, because I've been boiling about a couple topics about the whole certain people and Sussex squatties paying to attack others. We need to have a discussion about that for sure. And yeah, if you received a membership, a free membership from Katie, make sure you send her a little heart in the chat. Make sure you thank her. But am I being the asshole here? Am I being the jerk? Like, why are we still coddling a dork like Andrew at his big old age that he's at? He has an entire palace that has been gifted to him in the Middle East. Go there. Take off for a bit. Go off somewhere. No one wants to see you with all the shit that you have done. And Harry and Meghan are just version 2.0 of them. Now, what annoys me here the most is, look, many of us know that Queen Elizabeth should have dealt with this when she was alive. She could have dealt with this 30 years ago, before her illnesses kicked into place, before she became older and couldn't deal with it. But what I don't like seeing is Charles, and we know that Charles does use the media to play his games, but now Charles is using Roya and Rebecca English to send the narrative that Andrew was the Queen's weak spot, and Charles is paying the price. Look, Charles, if you want the public to have a bit of a positive opinion about you, drop the fucking hammer. Put on your big boy panties, stick your ears back, and just be done with it. Just be done with it. Let me just look this up before I talk about this, because banished father, right? Let me look this up. So Charles could easily take points from what Queen Margarita did with her family member and stripping them of their titles and not letting them use and commercialize the titles. Thank you, Beth, for becoming a new member, darling. You know what, Katie and my mods, I think we will definitely have a members only live tonight. I think we should definitely do it. Yeah, let's do one tonight at 9:15 p.m. Pacific time. And there's a couple things I need to get off my chest that has been boiling my piss, as I like to say. But the fact that Charles is, look, putting this onto the Queen now that she's passed away, it's disgusting. Deal with the problem instead of leaving it for William to have to deal with, because it obviously, and I've said this many times, I think that Charles is going to leave the problem that is William and Meghan and Harry for William, and they are going to use the fact that they've had surrogate born babies to further get people to not trust the royal family. They're going to say, well, guess what? William knew. Everyone knew that I wasn't pregnant, but they told me to stay hush hush about it because I'm a black woman and they didn't want many of my black DNA in these children. All that shit. All that nonsense, right? That's what she's going to do. But I feel like this whole nonsense with Andrew and Meghan and Harry could easily be handled by Charles. I mean, are we forgetting? And I had to make this big point here. Are we forgetting how quickly Charles dropped the hammer on who was it? On the Queen's personal confidant, on her personal advisor, her curator, her personal assistant, Angela Kelly. Do you guys remember when the Queen passed away? One of her wishes was that Angela Kelly have a home on the estate until like the end of, her time, that she be comfortable and Queen Elizabeth's body couldn't even be put into the ground yet, and King Charles kicked Angela Kelly off the grounds. Remember that? Do you guys remember how quick he did that? And then remember Lady Susan Hussey? They didn't even care that she was being set up by someone who dealt with Harry and Meghan, who dealt with Misan Harriman, who dealt with Shola Moss, right? They quickly just axed her. Someone who was always so giving to the royal family, did everything they could, were very respectful individuals who really dedicated their life to service. Angela Kelly was the woman who dressed the Queen, who would put together all of her outfits, was her personal assistant, was the lady, basically the Queen's confidant until she passed away. And she had a grace and favor home, and the Queen wanted in her, like, one of her wishes was that Angela Kelly stay there because of her dedication to her and the royal family. Sorry, but this subject really irritates me. I'm sorry, Royalty House. This subject, this entire topic irritates me too, because the King Charles should be like King Philip of Spain. King Felipe of Spain banished his own father, Juan Carlos, to the Middle East when he found out he was involved in some scammy shit. He stripped his own sister family members of their titles. I mean, other families have done it. Why is it so hard for Charles to do it? Is it because Andrew will come out and spill on all of Charles's cash for honors deals, all the dirt that he has done? And we all know that Charles is a narcissist. He is a putz. He is someone that Philip didn't even believe would make a good king as well. Wasn't strong enough. I agree, Paul. Lady Susan Hussey goes to a black church. She's anything but racist. But Ngozi Fulani, a.k.a. Marlene Headley, is an evil woman. They all are. They all are. Anyone who uses race to bait people, to get people to ruin their livelihoods, I've got no respect for them. Complete ding-dongs. I agree. I feel like the king doesn't have a backbone. He doesn't have a spine. He can't, he could easily get the public on his side if he did something like this. I mean, it's so funny how Charles is quick to react. Like, remember, Charles quickly spent £5 million for the house that was next to Camilla's private home, Ray Mill, to buy the house next door, because word was the new people that were going to purchase it were going to turn it into a wedding venue, and Camilla needed her privacy. So Charles did that, and he bought it out quickly, quietly, did it all under the covers. But yet, for some odd reason, he can't pull the plug on the people that are causing him the most disruptive mess for the royal family. I don't get it. Now, people are shocked that the king was heckled in public. I don't know if you guys saw that, but let me share it with you. And I almost feel like, you know what? He needed to be heckled in public because he needs to face the fact, like, you can't keep pretending like you can't hear him. You can't hear what people are saying to you. These are people who want to know, like, why did you hide all this? Hold on, let me find it for you guys. But what do you guys think? Like, should Charles just drop the fucking hammer already and just be over with it? Or should he just continue, let it, like, he thinks that he can just be like a turtle and hide in his shell and people will forget about it and move on? I don't believe it, but here's the video. Let me show you guys and then we'll get going, because I got a lot of Halloween decorations to put up I wanted to surprise my little one with when he comes home from school. So I got to get on that real quick. But let me show you this video here.
How long have you known about Andrew and Epstein? How long have you known about Andrew and Epstein?
Oof.
Have you asked the police to cover up for Andrew? Have you asked the police?
Who is this man? Who is this man? I'm kidding. Shut up. Shut up, you. Now, you know what's crazy? We never saw the queen get heckled like this, right? Ever. Never, ever. Now, there's been reports saying that, look, Charles, despite the fact that he's sick and he's getting sicker, and I told you guys long ago that there was rumblings that Charles doesn't have long, he's a lot sicker. He might not have to like the new year or something. He's not in good condition. And now other outlets are starting to now mention that. And you just think, like, Charles, why are you going to, I know you've waited a long time to become king, but you're not doing anything good for the royal family. Why cause as much damage as you can just because you're hard-headed and you don't want to step down for William to handle things?
To cover up for
Look at this.
How long have you known about Andrew and Epstein?
Oof.
Have you asked the police to cover up for Andrew? Have you asked the police to cover up for Andrew's Charles? What do you think? Should the MPs be allowed to debate the royals in the House of Commons? How long have you known about Andrew and Epstein? Have you asked the police to cover up for Andrew?
It's just gonna get worse. If Charles doesn't deal with this, it's not gonna get any better. But yeah, I remember, hold on. I gotta find, hold on. There's a hilarious video that I want to share with you guys that we should end it on this, because this is one of my favorite videos that I love seeing. Let me just pull it up here. And I think we should end off on this, because Charles, if you don't deal with Andrew and Fergie, like, it's just going to get worse for the royal family. Look, an old geezer has gifted a MeghansMole membership. That's so nice of you. Thank you, my darling. But yeah, join us tonight for definitely a members only, because I'm going to be spilling some shit on some stuff that's going to be very surprising that you guys need to hear about. I mean, if you guys thought that the Sussex squad were the only ones bad at bullying and paying trolls to go after people, you're going to be very shocked at what I show you, especially since a lot of other people like to say MeghansMole is a terrible, vile individual. But okay. But let me know what you guys think about how Charles is dealing with Andrew and Harry and Meghan and Sarah. I mean, just drop the freaking hammer already. And let me just show you, let's end off on this. Lisa Jean, thank you for the gifted MeghansMole membership. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. Well, you guys, what? I can't be letting you guys be the only ones dropping memberships, right? Let me see if I can do this real quick before, whoops. Stop talking. Stop talking now. Let me see if I can do this. Close that. Oh, look, I can change this to members only right away. Look, let me do this for you guys. Just because we're going to have a members only and I'm feeling nice and I'm feeling giving, here we go. I have just gifted 5 MeghansMole memberships to 5 lucky individuals in the chat. So I hope to see you guys later at the members only live, because you guys are going to be like, what the hell is going on? This is absolutely ridiculous. But there you go, guys. 5 MeghansMole memberships for 5 lucky individuals. Molly isn't losing her mind. I'm not losing my mind yet. Not yet, okay? Not yet. But let me show you this. This will always be my favorite. I don't know who this guy was that yelled this out. I would love to find out who this student was. And if this student is of legal drinking age, let me buy you a drink, please, or a couple, or even a whole round for your boys, okay? Watch this. This is my favorite.
Yeah, mate.
Oh, well, I never liked Harry, the ginger fuck.
Oh
diabolical.
Wait, what did he say? Yeah, mate.
Oh, well, I never liked Harry, the ginger fuck.
Wait, that was
diabolical.
I love this.
Wait, what did he say?
No.
Yeah, mate.
Oh, well.
Look, William's window was pulled all the way down. You know, he probably heard him and probably laughed at him. This is incredible. Let me play it one more time and then I'll get the hell out of here. And I'll see you guys on the members only later this evening. Well, this evening, my time, it'll be early morning for some of you guys, but we'll figure it out.
Never liked Harry, the ginger fuck.
You know he heard him. That's his hand. You know he heard him. That ginger fuck. He definitely is a ginger fuck who married a talentless trollop.
Oh, well, I never liked Harry, the ginger fuck.
Oh, good on you, boy. Good on you, son. I love you guys. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you all have a wonderful one. Look, Katie has given off 5 MeghansMole memberships now. Look at this. It is a membership give off. We are seeing a flood of gifted memberships. Thank you to everyone who is gifting memberships. That is amazing. Yeah, it is pretty funny, isn't it? Welcome to all the new members. I'm going to go get off here and go set up the members only so you guys know what time it's on. And I will catch you guys later on. I hope you all have a good one. And let me know what you guys think about Charles basically pussyfooting around the situation. That is Harry, Meghan, and Andrew, and Fergie. But anyways, darlings, bye. Toodles.